All right, welcome back. Time for Wine Wednesday. Okay, we know about red wine. We know about white wine. But what about orange wine? Because it's having its moment across the world right now.
That's right, and you can get a taste of one of the oldest styles of winemaking right now at Kachka. The Eastern European restaurant in Southeast Portland is hosting Amber Autumn, a highlight of wine and food from the Republic of Georgia. So joining us to talk about what's on the menu and their orange wine selections, we have Executive Chef Bonnie Morales and Beverage Director Israel Morales. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you both for being here.
Yeah, pleasure.
And happy Amber Autumn.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
So Israel, for those who are unfamiliar, orange wine, one of the oldest styles of wine, and it's kind of coming back into popularity.
Right, yeah, it's actually the original style of wine.
Wow.
The Republic of Georgia and the Caucasus are considered to be the birthplace of wine.
Oh my gosh.
They have been making wine for crazy, untouched for 8,000 years.
Oh my
Holy
God.
cow.
Really long time.
Did not realize that.
Before anyone.
Wow.
They make it with over 500 different varieties of native grapes there, so a lot of fun to pronounce words.
Of course.
But right, and so this is actually, it is coming back and it is trending right now, but it is the original style.
It's been around, right?
yeah,
and
right.
so when we say orange wine, we're talking about white wine grapes that then when we leave them on the skins, you get this not only cool color, but just those layers of
So not
flavor.
orange grapes, huh?
Not orange grapes.
Not orange.
No oranges were harmed in the making of this wine. No, you're absolutely right. So the white grapes themselves have skin and pigment on the outside, and so when you ferment them, they release all of that.
Right.
So you
we
can
normally
think,
just throw those out right away.
Totally,
for-
yeah. You
for our
just
white
press
wines.
it and
Yeah.
let the juice run. But you can almost think of this with all of the grip and the texture of drinking red wine, but the fruit profiles and the vibrancy of white wine.
Interesting. That is cool. Okay, so of course, wine goes with food. And Chef, what have you done to pair with this orange wine?
Yeah, so this whole Amber Autumn period of time, we're doing a different wine feature every 2 weeks, and along with that, we change up for a different hachapuri. Hachapuri is Georgia's sort of national dish. It's basically cheese bread, but it's so common that even in places where they don't use cheese, they make it. So this week we actually have something called lobiani, which is a type of hachapuri made with beans, which is incredible. It's from Racha. It's the northern mountainous region of Georgia.
Oh my gosh.
But that sort of traditional eye shape with the egg yolk.
Right.
That's ajaruli style. That's people think that is hachapuri. That's just one type.
Oh,
There's probably
okay.
over 24 types of hachapuri, and we're featuring 6 different ones throughout this.
I feel like it is that one style has gotten kind of trendy on like foodie blogs and on social media because
Very
it's so
grammable.
gorgeous.
Yeah, say it's a
Right.
very
Stirring
Instagram.
up
There
all
you
the
go. There's a
cheese.
great
There
look
you
at it.
go.
Yeah.
So grammable, and it is delicious, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. Honestly, in Georgia, I would say that's actually not the most commonly consumed style.
Oh.
And things like lobiani or just a similar shape to the lobiani that we're showing here, but like filled with cheese or with beet greens and cheese, things like that. Those are probably the most commonly seen.
Interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've got the lobiani here. So this is one of the styles you can come try. And when you go to Kachka for Amber Autumn, you actually get a passport, right? And
That's
we can stamp all the different
That's right. You
kinds
see the
of
stamps.
hachapuri.
This is what's been stamped for the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
This is what we're on right now.
Nice.
And the more stamps you collect, the more prizes you get.
Oh,
fun.
I mean, twist my arm. I got to go eat more bread and cheese.
I
Sign me
know.
up.
Somebody's got to do it. With that said, should we dive in?
Yeah, let's
That's like, what is there a nice way to do it, or do you just
You
like
can
get
just
in
tear
there
it
and
apart.
just?
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
There you
Just
go.
tear
Well,
it
and
apart.
I feel like that lines up so well with a lot of what you guys do at Kachka. It is a lot of family style. We want
Right.
to share
Look at
food and
that.
drinks at the table.
Oh my gosh.
Yum.
Yeah, it's definitely like a community food, right?
It is
Like it's a
all
communal
about-
experiment.
That's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all about, so that's
Look at
why
that.
for us to feature these orange wines, the Amber Autumn, we couldn't just talk about the wine because
Right.
for our culture, eating and drinking go hand in hand. You can't do one without the other.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, comfort food.
I know.
Yeah.
This is so good. Wow.
Holy cow. What's it like to pair, orange wines with this kind of food? Because again, like in a lot of, what's the right way to put this? Maybe typical American culture, orange wine is not really in the typical rotation. So what's
Yeah.
it like to bring orange wines to life?
What's actually incredible on my end as the chef is that orange wines pair with everything.
Yeah.
It makes me look good. Like I try really hard, but it actually pairs with, like you could just have orange wine on the table and it goes with a smorgasbord of different flavors and
Really?
textures. Maybe Israel can speak to that more.
No, as
Lovely.
a sommelier, it makes me sound like the best sommelier out there,
Yeah.
Because
Why, thank you.
it does pair so well. It's so versatile and has You know, it can stand up to richer styles because of the texture of the wine, but the more delicate appetizers and foods, the fragrancy of the wine works so beautifully together.
my
Oh, see, this has a different aroma
Yeah.
than a red or a white wine.
I
That's
feel like
pretty noticeable.
I'm being transported to a wonderful happy hour as we speak. It's in here, and it's going to be in here a little later this afternoon. So people can come check out Amber Autumn now through the end of November?
Through December.
Through December.
I think 6th
December
is the
9th, okay.
Right,
Yeah,
is the
December
last
9th.
day of the period. And then we're doing what's called a Supra. It's a Georgian feast. That's a ticketed event closed down where we're featuring more amber wines and more unique Georgian foods.
Amazing.
After
That's
that, so you can
awesome.
participate in that.
Well, hey, for all the details you need, go to kachkapdx.com. Bonnie, Israel, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, how about
And
that?
cheers.
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 Clean.